Well, hello and welcome back. So a few days ago, we had a short how-to session with Sipiwe, our man on the inside of a financial institution. And he talked to us about how to be ready when we apply for credit at a bank. So if you haven't seen that video, please go and check it out. Sipiwe, welcome back. We've had some really great responses to the first video, so I'm really excited to see what you have for us today. Yes. Welcome back, and please tell us about the secrets on how to submit a good application when we apply for credit.
Good day, everyone. Just as El-Marie has just introduced me, I work for one of the biggest financial institutions in our country, and I've encountered a lot in terms of businesses having to close or being on the verge of closing, or many businesses trying to scale, trying to grow, but not having the ability or the means to. So many people come to the bank and they just want to apply for credit, not knowing what credit is. And I think it's of importance that you need to know what credit is and how can you use credit to leverage, in terms of how your business will grow and how your business will, move to the next level. So just a brief one on this one. The whole idea is to just let you know how to submit a good application. So the first thing that you need to do, always and foremost, know what your business does. Because most people, they just know that I just supply anything and everything. But what is the core of your business? What does your business specialize in? Let's just make an example. You are aware what does your business specialize in. What you do, you're going to prepare a brief motivation, just in an email, just small, brief motivation of what your business does and what are you hoping to achieve. So basically, what you're gonna need to put in on the motivation. Number one, why you need the funding or the finances. It might be, for example, looking at the current economic climate, what's happening right now. You can say maybe, for example, it is to expand my business due to a huge sudden demand for PPEs. That's why you need funding. You might not have the money at the moment and you are in the business of supply and demand. You are supplying hospitals with normally health products. So now there's a huge demand for PPEs. You can say that this is what I have, or this is what I need. I need more money in order to buy more stocks in terms of PPEs. And that's why you need the money. And then the second one, what you need to do also highlight on your motivation is that who are your competitors? Just a brief overview, because that actually helps us when we go through application, that what's happening around your surroundings, your environment. Who are you competing with. Even when you set out your prices, you're set it up in a way that will be, that will be a standard in the market that will be able to be attractive to your class customers. And then the third one would, what have you done on your own to be able to fund this initiative? That is important for us because we want to see how serious you are. Is there anything that you have put in to be able to acquire this equipment or these PPEs? Or are you just depending on the bank totally? You have not sought any other means. And then fourthly, when given the opportunity, what difference will it make to your cash flow? Because as an entrepreneur, the important thing is cash flow. A business without a cash flow, it's setting itself for failure. So once we fund you, and then you get the money, how are you going to, and you get profits rather, better, that's a better word. How are you going to distribute your profits? That is essential for us. How does your operational expenses look like, and how are you going to mitigate that effect with your cash flow? And then the last one is financial statements, management statements, projected cash flows. This is what we need, and those kind of things you normally would get it from your bookkeeper or your auditor, an accountant. So that's what we need. We need your financial statements, your latest actually, your management statements, and your projected cash flow. And one essential thing is the director's assets and liabilities and income and expenses. On our previous video, I spoke about directors, or you as your personal self, you need to manage your finances in a good way. So sometimes most application or some applications, the business is doing good, but the problem is the director's assets and liabilities, nor the income and expenses, or even their personal credit profile is not good. Hence, they might not qualify to get the funding, because in the bank, we believe that a horse is as good as its jockey. The business might be doing well, which is a horse, but the jockey, who's the director or the directors, might not be doing good from a personal perspective. So why would we have to fund you and entrust you with our finances, meanwhile you are failing in your personal finances? So we look at different dynamics when it comes to, having to do your application or on how to submit a good credit application. I don't know, is there any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sipiwe. That's really, really great advice. I think, what's really interesting is that it's very clear that if you want to submit a good application, you can't decide the day before you go to the bank that today I'm going to go for it. You have to prepare for this. Financial statements isn't something that, most of us just have at hand readily. But we should really have all of these things ready and available. And I think the other important thing that comes through for me here is that you really need to understand your business. Not just why you need the money, but actually how that credit is going to make a difference in your organization. And so this is really, really good advice. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I think it's very essential that as businessmen and women, it does not actually start in what I've just mentioned. It starts actually from the day where you decide to open a business. And then if your intent is right, or your intentions are right, then it will just be easy to be able to implement different systems that will actually help your business to grow to the next level. And what I've just mentioned is just things that are an ad hoc, or things that will help your business to grow. So the most important thing are your intentions. If your intentions are okay, you will implement all these systems that I've just mentioned right now.
Thank you so much. So the next session that we're going to talk about is how the banks look at us when we apply for credit. So I'm really looking forward to the next installment, and I'll catch you in a few days' time. Thank you, Sipiwe.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.